The crash of splintering wood shattered my morning routine, followed by my daughter's scream. I dropped my coffee mug, the ceramic exploding on the kitchen tile. Outside, 3 men in HOA enforcement shirts were tearing apart my daughter's treehouse like it was scrap, not the last gift her dying mother ever gave her. My 9-year-old, Ava, clung to the tree trunk sobbing. That treehouse wasn't just wood, and painted was Sarah's final promise to our daughter. We moved to Briarwood Lane 3 months after cancer took my wife. Ava had stopped speaking, spending her days curled up with her mother's old cardigan. Sarah, ever thoughtful even in her final days, had sketched the treehouse design from her hospital bed. "Promise me, Jack," she whispered. "She'll need a place to dream." I did. I built it with my own hands, using reclaimed barnwood Sarah adored, installing a secret compartment, a skylight for stargazing, and chimes from our last family trip. The paint came from Hank, the local hardware guy who lost his own wife 2 years back. "This matters," he'd said, pressing the cans into my hands. And now it was being destroyed by Donna LeClaire, the HOA president who thought her clipboard gave her the right to play God. She stood in my yard, flanked by 2 goons. Wade, a former strip club bouncer with more muscle than sense, and Cynthia, the HOA's number cruncher who wielded a camera like it was a weapon. "This violates aesthetic regulations," Donna snapped, as if that justified ripping my daughter's soul apart. I stepped onto the porch, blood boiling, voice cold and controlled. "You've got 10 seconds to get off my property." Donna faltered slightly. Wade didn't. He swaggered toward the base of the treehouse with a crowbar. "You gonna call the cops, tough guy?" he mocked. I didn't blink. "No," I said. "I've got something better in mind." They left after slapping me with a $5,000 fine. Ava, still trembling, looked up at me. "They're taking Mommy's house." I knelt beside her, brushing hair from her tear-streaked face. "No, baby. I won't let that happen. I promise." That night, as she slept hugging her unicorn, I sat at the kitchen table with bourbon in one hand and the citation in the other. $5,000. Not a round number. Too precise. Too intentional. So I started digging. Public records. Meeting minutes. HOA budgets. What I found wasn't just corruption, it was a pattern. Every fine Donna issued matched missing amounts in the HOA's books. Always specific, always tied to families with children. The Johnsons were fined $4,200 for a trampoline. The Youngs got hit for $6,800 over a garden gnome. All families with kids. All emotionally vulnerable. Donna's past explained a lot. Disbarred for financial misconduct. Lost custody in a brutal divorce. And buried somewhere in old medical filings, a stillborn daughter named Grace. She'd come to Briarwood to control what she couldn't have: happy families. She replaced the old board through low-turnout elections, weaponized rules, and bled the HOA dry. 2 days later, Cynthia showed up at my door, shaking. "Mr. Callahan, I can't do this anymore." She handed me a flash drive. "Everything is on here. The real accounts. The fake invoices. Even the vote rigging." Her voice cracked. "She calls Ava a charity case. She said you're just some broken widower playing house." I stared at her. "Why now?" She swallowed hard. "Because I had a daughter once. She'd be Ava's age." The drive revealed embezzlement, bribes, falsified violations, and plans to demolish the playground for a paid parking lot. Ava came into the kitchen that night holding a family photo. "Daddy," she whispered, "why does Ms. LeClaire hate us?" I didn't have an answer that a 9-year-old should ever need to hear. That night, I found Sarah's old journal. Her handwriting shaky but fierce. "Jack's building it for Ava. But I think it's for him too. A place to feel love when the world feels like grief." I broke down for the first time in months. At 2:03 a.m., I got a text. "Stop digging. Or things get ugly." Then another. "Nice security system. Shame it can't see everything." Chills ran down my spine. The next day, I caught Wade in my garage, fumbling with a crowbar. "Donna said you stole the blue box," he stammered. The blue box. Sarah's memory box. Her ring. Her voice recordings for Ava. I stepped forward. "Get out." He fled, but the message was clear. Donna wasn't just after the treehouse anymore. She was trying to erase Sarah. That evening, Donna showed up with cops in tow, claiming I assaulted Wade. I showed them footage of him breaking in. They backed off, but Donna filed restraining orders and custody motions. She claimed I was unstable, paranoid, dangerous. And in front of Ava, no less. My daughter screamed as I was cuffed and taken away. I've taken bullets for presidents. But nothing hurt like hearing her cry for me. I made bail thanks to my old partner, Nate. The next blow came fast. Donna was petitioning for emergency custody of Ava, citing psychological instability. At the station, Ava burst in with a photo clutched to her chest. My daddy is the best. He only got mad because they tried to steal mommy's voice. Even the sergeant wiped away a tear. That moment changed everything. Cynthia gave us more evidence. Donna's bribery of the last HOA president, her links to a shady construction company owned by her cousin. Plans were already in place to rezone Briarwood for luxury condos. Donna's endgame wasn't regulation. It was greed. We organized. Former board members spoke up. Neighbors rallied. At the emergency HOA meeting, we showed everything: audio of Donna plotting with Councilman Brooks, financial records, surveillance footage. The FBI arrested Brooks on the spot. Donna screamed, "You all have what was stolen from me. Families, children, happiness." Even in her unraveling, I pitied her. She was sentenced to 5 years for fraud and conspiracy. Her final words to me, from court: "I became the thing I hated. I'm sorry." We rebuilt Briarwood. Elected new leadership. Ava's treehouse became a community symbol. Kids played there every weekend. One afternoon, Ava looked up at me and whispered, "Mommy would have loved this." I nodded, holding back tears. "She still does, baby. She still does." The battle taught me that sometimes the war isn't about land or power, it's about memory. About keeping love alive when the world tries to bury it. And when my daughter says, "Tell me the story again about the treehouse," I do. Because it's not just our story. It's a reminder that even in the quietest suburbs, some fights are worth everything. And in ours, the good guys won.